little.
Are you paranoid?
I'm pretty paranoid, man. I'm pretty scared.
I think I'm a little less paranoid than you
Uh-huh.
because I don't have like relatives here. They live in New York City, so I can't pass it on to anybody that's in danger. You know what I'm saying?
I have my grandma at home.
Exactly.
She's isolated in the basement.
Good. Keep her in
But
there for
still.
3 months. Just like slide her food under the door.
I mean, so she's pretty old. I think
Mhm.
she's like 70s, 80s,
Uh huh.
between 70 to 80, right? And then she hurt her hip a while back,
Mhm.
and now she can't really walk without like a walker
Uh huh.
or like a cane. So we kind of just have her in the basement because
That sounds like a terrible thing to say.
no,
We keep
nah, our
grandma in the
basement is
basement.
big though. Our basement is
It's
big.
like an
You know?
apartment, right? Like it was like a small apartment.
You could have like a whole kitchen down there and everything. You know, it could be like a giant studio.
Mhm.
But
It's
then
kind of tight.
yeah, she used to be in the second floor, but ever since she got hurt, right?
She can't go up,
Yeah, she can't walk up the stairs.
but she could go down the stairs.
No, so our basement has an exit too.
Oh, so it's like those. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
so like when during the day we'll leave that door open. Damn, that's a bad idea to say that, right? Now, other people just break into my house.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we'll leave that for her to go
I don't know
up.
where you live.
Yeah, they don't. Thank God. And
He
then,
lives in. I'm kidding. I don't even know your address.
Yeah, you don't.
Not yet. I'm gonna
Not
find
yet.
it. Track you down, boy. We're just going right now. Fuck it.
Alright.
So, it's crazy out here in New York City. We've been joking about coronavirus for
We have.
like a couple bumps, and now it hit us, and now we're a little scared.
Now it's not that funny no more.
Now that's not funny.
It's kind of scary. I mean, the jokes and the memes are still funny, but
But now sitting home, man.
yeah,
Now grandmas are in danger.
it's crazy because around me, right? It's a lot of Asians, and at the supermarkets and shit, like people are taking like all the dry foods, they're clearing the toilet paper.
I don't think it's that crazy.
I think it's that crazy.
Like I would like I'm not gonna buy a bunch of toilet paper. I'm not gonna buy a bunch of like hand
Yeah, me neither.
sanitizer. I'm just gonna get enough for myself.
Uh-huh.
But I think people are underestimating it. I feel like people should be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you should be buying like all the toilet paper in the world. But I think you should have enough food for like 2 weeks. If there's like if we get to the point that we have to be quarantined, that we can't leave. Oh, not that we can't leave our house, but we don't want to leave the house.
Uh-huh.
We should have enough food at home. I don't think you need water that much, like bottled water.
Yeah, we have tap water too.
Yeah,
Like,
we
New
have
York
tap
has
water.
clean tap. You can
And-
just boil it if anything.
And tap is not gonna stop. Like tap,
Yeah, it won't.
you don't really need electricity. Like if the
Yo,
power
can-
goes out, you still got tap water.
Can our tap water get contaminated?
It comes from a reserve, like upstate. So unless it gets contaminated over there, but it also gets filtered out and stuff, and then you filter it again at home.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. I mean, I don't know how it works, but I assume not.
If anything, just boil it. I
Yeah.
don't think coronavirus can. I've read something like it can't survive.
The hot
over,
weather?
Yeah, over 80 degrees.
I heard that's fake.
It's fake.
Joe Rogan,
All right.
he had a
I don't know. I
podcast
don't-
with a scientist. He
I
said
don't
that's
know.
not real.
I didn't watch it,
'Cause
man. I was looking for it.
Because Rogan asked, he heard the same thing. He was like, I heard that if you spend some time in a sauna, it goes away. And the guy was like, no, it doesn't work that way. And he was like, and then Rogan was asking if it will go away in the summer, and he said it might drop down,
Yeah.
but it's not gonna go away.
That's what people were speculating. That like, oh, just wait, come around summer, it's gonna be gone.
I mean, it will be lower just because people have better immune systems.
No.
Like it's similar to the flu in the sense that you get the flu during winter and flu season because your immune system is compromised because of the weather, right? In the summer we got better immune system. We're out, we're more active, we got the sun, so we're less likely to get sick, but you could still get sick.
Yo, have you read any conspiracy theories?
not I never went deep into them, but I heard about like it's like it was man made. But then here's the thing though, like the podcast with the scientist on Rogan, he said he worked for companies that make bioweapons.
Yeah.
And he said that that's not true. We wouldn't be able to make something like that crazy. And he said you could also like kind of like track it to see where it came from.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, it's just, natural Mother Nature created this virus. It's nothing.
From bats, right?
In a sense, yeah.
God damn.
Well, he said that the issue is like these Chinese markets. Like it's just
It's crazy, bro.
the perfect place to make viruses and have them transfer from human or from animal to animal to human.
Yeah, word. Cause they're just consuming them. Yo, you know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for a while too on WeChat, which is like the social media, right, for
Mhm.
Asians. Like there would just be a bunch of videos of people just eating like some nasty
Yeah.
shit, bro.
I think I said this like when the one of the first times we talked about Corona. I was like, because of this thing, a bunch of Asian people are being exposed. Like you see all the crazy shit they're doing because people are posting it like, oh,
Yeah,
this.
like no, but they're posting it to like boast about it or something, you know, like
Man, I'm not Chinese. You tell me about it, bro. Why are people eating bats?
bro, like I'm Chinese, but like I'm born here, so you know, it's like we don't eat that here. It's not normal for me either. Like when I see that shit makes me like
Oof.
makes me cringe a little, you know?
And they
Like
did it alive too. That's just nuts.
yo, word, that's the craziest shit, bro. There was this dude. He had like a bunch of little mice running around, and he's fucking picking it up with his chopstick and eating them whole,
It's not. I heard
like live mice.
I think in the same podcast with Rogan, and I should come. I should say the name or the podcast that Rogan's on with that scientist, so people could listen to it. I think it's useful, you know.
I'm gonna listen to it because I
It's
was actually looking for it the other day.
It's informative. It's what's his name?
Michael Osterman or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce his last name, bro. But he was saying, Michael Osterholm's
Osterholm. Damn, I butchered
podcast
his own
number
name.
1439 with Rogan. He said something specific. What was I talking about? About something about man, I got
Live mice.
trouble. Yeah, and something else about that.
The virus is transferring from animals to humans.
I forgot what he was saying.
2020's been rough, man. Like just bad news after bad news.
Yeah, Kobe died. Australia, like the Australia wildfires.
Word.
I feel like that was so long ago.
And it's only like a month or
Yeah.
two.
You know what's crazy? Literally last Friday, which was a week ago, right?
Yeah.
It was like nothing in the U.S., like very little in the U.S., and then now we're
It's
freaking
exponential.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like,
You know what the craziest thing is? So the tests are backed up, right? So the amount of cases are probably even higher than reported right now. Because they can't even keep up.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy how fast it went. Because, like, a week ago, I was like, man, I don't go to school. And then on Wednesday, they announced schools closed for the rest of the semester.
Imagine the MTA shuts down, too. How crazy would that be?
I doubt it.
You don't think it would shut down?
I think us as in the population not going to, like, major areas like Times Square and stuff is pretty good enough. And us not going to school. Because if I went to work today and I work, like, in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people. And that's good enough.
It's empty, right?
Yeah, like the problem is large amounts of people all next to each other. But I didn't feel at any point that was really close to anybody. Even on the train, like everybody spread out.
Yeah.
Walking to the train, everybody spread out. At work, everybody spread out. Everybody's cleaning their hands. Everybody washing their, like using the hand sanitizer.
Yo, so that's another thing. Like my hands are already dry, right?
Hand sanitizer or just soap and water?
Just from soap and I usually wash my hands with cold water and soap, but I've been using warm water. Just because I feel like it helps with the soup, the soap get more bubbly. Bro. And like my hands are super dry right now, and
my hands feel so good. Me personally,
I'm gonna keep them under the table.
Nah, my hands are good, bro. For me personally, I wash my hands a lot, like all the time. Just I was a kid, so I don't get sick that much, and I'm already used to washing my hands all the time. Like you should be washing your hands all the time, anyways.
Yo, on average, what is like yearly? What is the average amount for like the human being to get sick?
Maybe once a year.
Damn, really?
You know what's weird? Why humans get sick so much? Like we get sick a lot. Like
I usually get sick whenever the weather changes.
Yeah, but how much is the weather?
Seasons.
So that's 4 times a year.
4 times a year.
That's a lot, dude. Damn. I get sick like maybe twice a year, but one is usually like really mild, like my throat hurts, but that's it.
Runny nose.
Yeah, but it's never like I don't have to stay home or like I don't have to,
All right, staying home, that's probably like once a year, cause like. Actually, some years
once a year for me too. Like it's never like
I mean, but sometimes so like when I'll even like if I get a slight cold, I'll consider that being sick.
I guess so. So maybe like twice a year for me. But I don't think like animals get sick that much. Maybe they do. We just don't know because they don't complain about it. Who knows, man?
Yeah, there's no way for us to communicate with them.
Yeah, but like you never take your dog to the doctor because his throat hurts or something.
It's usually like physical injuries, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm watching the audio recording. It's kind of freezing. It's recording, but it's like
It's really choppy. Oh
Yeah,
damn! Look
you
at the
see it?
time. What the?
So it keeps chopping. I don't know why.
You wanna pause it and listen to it? All right, I have a question for you.
What's up?
So when you see Asians on the train, right? Do you
I
get
hate
scared?
them all the time, bro. For like smacking one. I'm just kidding. Nah, not really. I stay away from people regardless of the race.
Uh-huh.
So I just like I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of people here. I'm just gonna stay in the middle. I don't think. I feel like there's no way of knowing who has it, who doesn't have a disease. That's the biggest issue. It's like it's invisible. Like if there's a shooter, you know where the shooter is. If there's like a meteor or like a nuke, you know where the danger is at, right? But a virus, the scariest part is it's invisible. So you can't tell who has it. That's why you just gotta avoid everybody. That's why people are like, let's stay home where we know we're safe.
How about the funny thing, like when people hear people coughing on the train, that's it. Everybody gets up and like they're gone.
That's the biggest. Yo, I hate that because sometimes like you ever swallow weird and you start coughing and now people are like scared of
Bro,
you.
sometimes I just have something in my throat and I'm like some phlegm or something, and I'm just trying to get it out, and I'm like,
And they're just like,
everybody just looks at
you
me.
got the Rona.
Yo, dead ass, man.
Yeah. Also, another thing that's been happening is that like I'm not sick. I don't feel sick.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like my throat hurts a little bit.
And then you get
paranoid. I get paranoid. Right? I'm like, yo, I got the Rona, bro. That's it. I like the name.
You seen that test? It was like if you take like a deep breath and you hold your breath for 10 seconds, and then like if you can't do it, then you got the coronavirus, or something. That's
10 seconds.
Yeah. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah, you're fine, bro. Like you're gonna hold it. But
can
like,
you like is that a thing? I don't think that's.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like people are making fake ass shit all the time.
Well, they say that the virus like it attacks your lungs.
Yeah, but after a while, I don't think like. I heard a story about this chick, like one of the first people that got infected.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
Uh-huh.
Before like it blew up, right? Before the corona thing was all everywhere. She said she got corona. She felt like sick, so she went home. She called out of work. She had like a fever and stuff, and then she started getting better. And then that's when the corona thing started spreading around. And she was like, "Oh, let me get tested." So she got tested, and she came out positive. But at that point, she was already good.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it didn't really.
She was young though. She was probably in her 30s. But the biggest thing is that it doesn't really affect like young people. It affects people that are older.
Yeah.
Or people that
I think most of the deaths are people over 60.
Yeah.
But that's still scary because like.
It is scary because you don't like. It is a joke. There's like the boomer doomer, right? Trying to get rid of the old people. But honestly, like our parents are old.
Yeah, exactly.
Our grandparents are old, and not just that, but like young people that have asthma or have like pneumonia or whatever, they gotta be safe out there, bro. Or like people that have like immunity. What's it called? Like immunity
deficiency.
Yeah, where they get sick easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, be careful, yo. And for us, there's still a chance that we could get like really sick and just not do well. But who knows, man? Who knows? It's just scary. I got no more school. School's online right now.
Everything's online, right? How do you feel about that?
I don't like it. Because it's
like
messing this is my last year, bro. It's messing with my graduation. I'm trying to graduate. If they tell me,
they might cancel graduation.
I think they were gonna cancel. I don't know if they confirmed it, but I think it's gonna be canceled. Like it's just gonna be postponed, or we're just not gonna have ceremony. Which I don't care, but I just don't want them to be like, yeah, we're gonna extend school for like another 2 months. I'm just like, yo, I'm just done. But I'm happy that my classes are easy. It's a lot of just like lecture. Most people, like a lot of people, have really difficult classes that you can't really learn on your own. You have to go to class. You have to, go to like what's it called? Like lecture lab and discussion. So, I mean, you can't go to lab if you're at home.
How are the finals gonna work? Cause like, all right, a final paper you could still do that, but like imagine now.
You could do essays. I mean, you could do tests online.
You can.
Yeah,
but then you could cheat, right?
You could cheat. But here's the thing, though. Like, really hard classes, it doesn't matter if you cheat. That's just hard. Like, I had bio classes where it's a take-home test, but it's, like, online, like, on Blackboard or something. And then as soon as you press start, it gives you a time limit. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then the questions are super hard, and we have the internet, and we still don't know the answer because it's just difficult.
Damn.
And then, I don't know. I remember taking one test where it was like that, and then a lot of people failed or did really bad. Like, biochemistry, all those sciences are really hard.
Damn, dude.
It's crazy, bro.
I'm scared to go out right now. Like, I haven't gone to the gym for the past couple of days.
Really?
And I'm like too lazy to do it. I told myself I was gonna do pull-ups and push-ups at home, right? But I haven't
Yeah.
done it yet. I haven't been doing anything.
You're gonna lose those gains, bro.
I might, cause I've been eating like shit too. Cause all I've been doing is, I was telling you before, like move some inventory just so that I have some money to spend.
Do you have enough food at home?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the biggest thing. Having enough food.
I don't know. My family's usually pretty prepared. Like even on a regular basis, we'll have like 2-3 cases of water. You know.
They got all those hand
Nah,
sanitizer, bro.
Yo,
Go to their house.
Yo, so I saw this. My friend shared this post with us, right? We have a group chat, and it was this one. It was like a teenager. He bought 17, almost 18,000 bottles of Purell, and like disinfectant shit, right?
You try to sell it?
Yeah, he tried to resell it, but then
I think I saw that. I didn't read it though. I saw the post.
Online
I think Amazon banned it.
Yeah, they eBay, Amazon, all these markets. They took it down. Word, it's crazy, bro.
Just all those fucking stores are empty. I mean, it's not like I feel like other places like Italy and China are probably way worse. Like our like if you go to a supermarket or a pharmacy, everything's still in stock besides probably hand sanitizer and alcohol and the cleaning supplies. But I've been to Target and they have a shit ton of toilet paper. Like they're good. I see a lot of people buying toilet paper.
Toilet paper is probably gonna constantly restock though. You know.
I mean, I think they just have a shit ton. Like if you go to Costco, they have that shit piled to the ceiling. Like it's just a lot. I'm hyped that freaking like a week before all this happened, I went to Costco and I bought toilet paper. Like I bought a big ass one.
They give them like a 36 pack, right?
Yeah. Just because I was like, I need it. And I just like buying in bulk. And
save
then
money.
And then this past Tuesday, before the outbreak, or like before shit went crazy, so on Monday, right? I went grocery shopping because I've been trying to meal prep, which I've been doing alright, right? So I bought like chicken and steak and then I bought rice and like beans and stuff to make salads. And then the next day, I was like, I saw the Rogan podcast that same day on Monday, and I got a little paranoid, right? And I was like, I don't want to be that guy that's paranoid. So then the next day, I went out to the supermarket again, and I bought cans of beans and corn and tuna and another bag of rice and more meat just to freeze. Because I was like, I'm not going to buy too much because I'm by myself, so I don't need that much. But I'm just going to buy enough that will last me a couple of days, maybe a week or two, right? Just in case. And then that same day, class got canceled. And then the next day, it was a global pandemic. And the next day, we were New York City was, what's it called, like emergency?
State of emergency.
Yeah, it was in a state of emergency. I was like, yo, I literally just bought all my shit. Yeah, on Tuesday when I went to the supermarket, it was like there was no hand sanitizer. I went, but there was like a bunch of food. Like it was stocked, so it was good. And then my girlfriend went back to buy some groceries just to cook, and it was packed, dude. It was crazy.
It's crazy right now.
I think it's gonna be hard for a while, but I think it's gonna,
I saw this video of BJ's, right? Like it was so you know how for the wholesale stores they have like everything on shelves, right? And it's stacked. There's like higher shelves. Customers were climbing up and passing them, like they were tearing apart the wrapped stuff, tearing it apart and passing it down to like other.
Yo, y'all gotta relax, bro. Y'all gotta relax. Like it's nuts, but it's not that nuts. Like I bet a lot of these places, like I seen pictures of places, they're not even in New York City. New York City is bad, but it's not even that bad. Like you're gonna get your stuff. Only one place is quarantined right now, which is like a little bit upstate, like north of the Bronx. And even then,
Westchester.
Like, yeah,
Westchester is really bad right now.
It's really bad, but the National Guard is there handing out food, I think, to
shit.
people that are stuck at home. Because for them, it was like that. Like, they didn't have time to prepare. But then if you're, like, freaking in the middle of Kansas, and there's probably the nearest the nearest patient near you was, like, a couple miles away, nothing's going to happen to you. You don't got to go out and buy everything.
Yeah. They're saying, like, sneezes and coughs, like, it's airborne about, like, 10 feet. And then it'll stay on surfaces, like depending on the type of surface. Like
I don't know, man. It's so confusing because there's so much information from a bunch of different directions.
What's your main source?
I've been following the World Health Organization about like stats, like how much cases there is, how much people recovered, and how much deaths there is, and what countries have it. Scientific things like like how it works, nothing specific, because I don't really trust these websites, because all
How-
these websites just hear the newest thing and they post it like
How
every
about
article.
CDC?
Yeah,
You think they're trustworthy?
I mean they're not profit.
Uh-huh.
They're not like news organizations. They don't care what you think.
The
or they don't
news
care
is blowing it out of proportion, bro. Like,
in a sense, but I think we should be careful.
oh,
'Cause
definitely. But
like 2 weeks ago, bro, it was only in China, and then 2 weeks later, it's around the world. Like it went from 0 to 100.
it
real
was
quick.
so crazy because like it was right around Chinese New Year, and that's
A month ago.
Yeah, that's usually when people travel. But like that's when it really started. You know, like when they found out about it, and then people fly around the world to celebrate with their family. Yeah, and then
Freaking Chinese people, man, spreading it to everybody.
it's crazy, bro.
Nah, no hate. We love everybody
Just,
here.
you know, everything just happened like at unfortunate timing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just gonna be hard for a while, but we're gonna get through it. People,
for sure.
People are gonna get sick. People are gonna get better.
Hopefully with everybody in the family, you know.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
That is.
Because I know we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But knowing that some people, like, if you walk through the street and you see some elderly people, and you're like, oh, man, I don't know if you're gonna make it through this one, man. That's scary. Which I hope they do. I hope you know, it just comes and goes. You know, like the flu season. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna stick around for a while. And even if it doesn't like do that much damage, like mortality rate wise, it's still gonna do a lot of damage economically, right? Like we might have another recession. It might be like 2008 again.
I mean, just the other day the stock market's been like taking mad hits.
But it's gonna go back up.
Even crypto, like Bitcoin, and I think it was like 2 days ago, it went from 9,000 to like 4,000 in one day.
We should start buying stocks.
Well, I think just the other day, like they put 1.5 trillion back into the stock market. So I don't know who, whoever's in charge of the money. Like
to bring it back up.
Yeah, and it helped.
What's gonna happen? I feel like those businesses, they're like in the middle.
Yeah.
Like they're close to bankruptcy. This hits now. They just have to go bankrupt, man. Like GameStop or like I don't know, like J.Crew or something. Yeah, like Modell's
recently.
Excuse me. They're fucked.
Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy already. How about like the local businesses? You know, like I see a lot of news about like Asian businesses not getting.
That's a. I feel like Asian businesses are not gonna have business for a while.
Yeah.
But then they're just gonna come back. Cause you know.
Minor setback.
Yeah, I feel like
maybe not minor, but it's definitely a setback.
This is not a reported thing, but it's my own personal view. Like going to a city and seeing all the businesses empty, that sucks. But locally, there's a lot of businesses still like open and a lot of people going to. Like yesterday, I went to a restaurant. It was fine. It was not packed, but there was definitely like a few tables full, like a lot of tables full, but not like completely full. Probably not as much as a Friday, but.
You know what it is? People gotta work, bro. Like, they got bills to pay and shit. Like I feel like a lot of people in New York, you know, they live paycheck to paycheck. So it's what it comes down to.
You gotta pass these bills.
Yeah, like, what if you're put in that position where you know you gotta support yourself or like even a family, right?
Sell drugs.
And then.
It's my backup
like
for everything.
to make ends meet. You know, like let's say you knew you were getting sick. Would you Would you rather work or would you like take a couple steps back?
You gotta work. Well, I don't know. Like if I have kids and I have a wife and we're living paycheck to paycheck, I think I would just like, you know, buy whatever I need to like be good for the next 2-3 weeks, and then try to like. I would work if I think it's okay, but if it gets too crazy, I would stay home because. If you're dead, you ain't gonna do shit, right? You ain't gonna be supporting your family. You ain't gonna, like you could last a couple of months on just a few supplies, not a couple of months, but a couple of weeks on a few supplies. I don't know, man.
We don't know how long this is gonna last.
Serious ass talk.
We don't know how long it's gonna last, cause then remember before. Just yesterday, I read an article about this Japanese tour guide. He recovered from it, and then he got reinfected.
Yeah, so I heard that. I heard this on Rogan. Cause that's all I listen to. That freaking bleed Rogan, bro. That's just crazy. He said that a lot of people that are getting infected again are because they're quarantined with infected people. So he mentioned that people are like once they recover from the virus, they become immune. But if you're stuck in a freaking room the virus is just gonna overwhelm you and you're just gonna get sick again. But if you're living in normal society and you get sick and you recover, you should be fine as long as you're not like stuck in a room with a person that's infected as well or something. That's one of those things I think are overblown. Like I'm pretty sure like I don't know, like 50,000 people are already recovered, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be fine. Like most of them are gonna survive. Some will get it. Like I'm pretty sure like a low percentage is getting the disease, the virus again.
How long do you think they're gonna take to find like a cure or a vaccine?
On the podcast, we're all gonna say years.
Years?
Yeah, because it takes years to get a vaccine in general.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
And he said that it's not gonna be one of those diseases that go away like that. Yeah. People are gonna get infected, and eventually it's just gonna plateau and it's just gonna go down over time because people are gonna build immunities to it. But I mean, I'm not a scientist. I don't know shit. They might come out with a freaking vaccine tomorrow.
That's
hopefully,
crazy, man.
But then what? Like you have to give it to people, and then you go to free and go get your vaccine, and they ran out. Like if there's a vaccine, it's not gonna get to everybody.
Yeah.
Imagine how people got crazy over toilet paper. Now imagine this a vaccine, bro. These motherfuckers are gonna start fighting. Yeah, give it to them old people, man.
Do you usually get like your flu shots and stuff?
No. I don't give
yeah,
a fuck.
me neither.
If I get sick, I get sick. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. You want to talk about something else? It's just making me paranoid.
Word. Yo, this is the thing, man.
I had enough. Oh, shit.
What happened? What does it say? Can you read it?
Nope.
Oh, it stopped recording. It did stop recording, though.
Yeah. I don't know when, though. I'll figure it out.
If anything, you could watch it. Actually, no.
Yeah, I'll watch it, and then I'll usually, when that happens, and I don't know when to stop.
Uh-huh. Damn, so it only records every it doesn't really only record 30 minutes.
It was like 30 minutes. Right?
Damn, that's so annoying then, bro.
Every DSLR does that. No matter what, you have to get a camcorder to keep it recording for more than 30 minutes.
Is that what people do? They use camcorders?
They do that, or they hack the camera.
And you could do that?
Yeah, but I don't know how to do it.
You gotta clap again, right?
Let's talk about something else. I don't want to talk about the coronas.
You gonna get you paranoid?
No, I'm not getting paranoid, but I'm pretty sure it's like everybody's talking about it. I don't want to be another. Yeah, like people are probably gonna click out as soon as we start talking about it.
Like
a minute in, yeah. Enough. Like in their statistics, it's gonna be like 1 minute in, 1 minute out. Like stick with us, bro. Stick with us. That's not the only thing we talk about.
We'll also talk about cars and and
guns and
and fighting.
Bro, I'm so excited for Tony Ferguson.
What if it gets canceled from the...
It's not going to get canceled because of the coronas?
Yeah.
The Ronies?
Yeah, what if it gets canceled because of the Ronies?
Dana White said that they're going to move it. Like, if it's in New York City's, like, freaking pandemic happening here, they're just going to move the city. And they're just going to do, like, they're going to do Houston or Las Vegas where it's, like, more calm. Or they have Apex Arena where it's just, like, there's no audience. It's just, like, you know, like, people there.
Everything is...
It's like 100 people maybe there watching the fight. I don't care, bro. As long as they have it, I'll watch it from.
Want to watch it?
I'll watch it from the hospital, bro. I'll tell the nurse to get my pay-per-view. Cause that's honestly like, I want to watch that fight, man. I can't wait for it. I think I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view. I think I have to. For that fight, bro. It? Like $80-$90. I think I'm gonna have a party though. I'm gonna have like a little like I'm gonna invite friends over. We're gonna watch it. And then I'm gonna ask them for money.
$5 per person.
Depends how many people there is. If there's 2 people, I'm gonna make them pay half.
Let's say $90. Divide that by 5. What is that? It's 18. You can get at least 18 people.
We could just get 9 people, and it'll be $10
a person.
Ain't too bad. I don't know. We'll see.
Just get some snacks. Be like, yeah, $10 for the snacks and the pay-per-view.
We'll see. I'll figure it out. Cause maybe I get tired or something. I don't want to party or something. I don't know. I'll see what I do. I do want to watch it though. I want to buy the pay-per-view. I'm just hoping it's not like those fights that. Man, I'm really hoping it's not like a doctor stoppage where like Khabib or like Ferguson cuts his eyebrow open and they can't fight.
Damn.
He's bleeding too much or
that's
something.
true.
That happened with Nick Diaz. Or it's like those weird fights where like one person's dominating and then he gets caught in a headlock and now he's just this done. Like I don't know. Hope nothing crazy happens.
I watched the highlights for Wei Lee and Joanna. That shit was pretty.
That shit's intense.
That shit was mad
her
brutal.
head, bro. Her head's
bro,
like
she looked like an alien.
she looked like she looked like a lemon.
It was crazy because like even after the swelling went away, like the bruises, like her whole forehead was just black
She got
and blue.
punched in the forehead, bro.
Yeah,
nuts.
Wei Lee looked pretty bad. She too, like, you know, it looked like she got stung by like 100 bees.
That's a freaking war, bro. That's what happens when you leave a war.
That's crazy. Both of them, good fight.
And then the Israel Adesanya and Yoel was boring as fuck. I saw a video that was like this, when you're trying to figure out the controllers of a fighting game, and it's just like
walking back and
I thought it was a video game, dude. I thought it was fake because they're just standing still. Yeah. Both of them looking at each other, and then one moves and the other one moves. I'm just like, okay,
it's like forward, back,
this is a meme.
Forward, backward.
Yeah, and then I kept watching the video and they started moving around. I'm just like, yo, this is the actual fight. That shit looks nasty. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna cancel them. They're just gonna move them. I hope they don't cancel them. If anything, they could just postpone them as long as nobody gets sick.
Yeah, that's what they did with Coachella so far. They postponed it
to October, I think. That's crazy. Everything is moving.
Word. I know Ultra they canceled it.
What's Ultra?
Oh, it's like a music festival also. I think in Florida.
Oh yeah, I heard. Somebody forgot the name. Somebody was telling me that got postponed, but they didn't remember the name. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
I don't know. How about like all these other raves, like EDC, EZU? I wonder if those are gonna get canceled.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it just like it doesn't last that long. It doesn't last till like the summer and shit. Hopefully this is like the peak, which I doubt. I think De Blasio said that by next week there's gonna be like 1,000 cases in New York City because he's gonna start testing more people. So the more tests you do,
definitely more positives, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. He said that's a good thing. He said that's a good thing because the more people we find, the better we could contain them because now we know where they are, and then now we could trace them. Like we're gonna get more positive results because we're looking for the positive results. Yeah. Like we're testing the right people, and the system is working.
So you know, like if you tested positive, right?
Yeah.
You'd probably quarantine, right?
Yeah.
Imagine there's like
stay home.
There's probably people out there that are like, cause I've seen videos of it too. Like people, like they'll cough and they'll start touching like
that's
shit, and I'm
that's
like,
Chinese people, bro.
Yeah,
we ain't
bro.
in China.
And that was in China. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you guys do this?
I mean, there's assholes in every culture. Like we have assholes here buying all this hand sanitizer.
There's probably people but you see those people they're trying to make a buck. And you know what's crazy? So on sneaker Twitter, right? Like a lot of the developers, they're young and like, you know, they know what they're doing, right? Like they're really skilled coders.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one of them that called some of them out. He was like saying how a lot of hackers are like hacking into hospitals and shit.
Why?
Like onto their databases to make money. I don't know. Something about like medicine or something. I don't know.
I saw a post today by NVIDIA that was telling gamers to download the software and allow people to use their
graphics cards to like mine.
To help the doctors and scientists develop a vaccine faster or study the virus because they need the computing power, but they don't have enough
equipment, right?
Yeah, and then they were like, the GPUs are perfect for this because then your computer will be running and it'll be using your GPU, and you could just turn it off when you start gaming or something, which I thought was cool. But I don't have a computer, so
you're gonna fry your graphics card.
Who cares, bro? You're saving the world. Don't be selfish. You play Minecraft later.
Are you trying to throw some shade at people?
No, I'm pretty sure they'll do it. Gamers are good people. Maybe not, because everybody's home. Be
savages, bro.
Huh?
Some of them are savages.
I mean, that's the thing. There's bad people anywhere, everywhere. Like if you look hard enough, you're gonna find a bad person. Like even in gamer society, there's people that fucking, oh, you killed me. I'm gonna call the cops.
They're ruthless.
You're gonna get fucking
swatted.
Yeah, swatted. You might die. It's just crazy, son. Everywhere. There's bad people everywhere. I hate when people be like, oh, these people are the worst because they do this. I'm like, no, these people are not the worst because they do this. That person's the worst because they did that. Well, I'm Mexican, so we see that a lot when it comes to like cartel shit. Like we don't let Mexicans people into our country because they kill people and rape women. I'm just like, no, that person that raped a woman is the rapist, not the country. It's just nuts.
Nobody's perfect, man. No culture's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Besides Icelandic people, they're perfect.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about them.
I don't know anything about them, but I do know.
Just know they're perfect.
Yeah. You know the wage gap, right? Like between males and females, how like females make 70 cents per dollar that a guy makes.
Yeah.
In Iceland, they're close to 98%, I think. So they're really good because they have a mandatory like paid leave if you're pregnant for males and females, which is really good because I was looking into this, right? Because I take like a gender studies class, and it's not like the gender pay gap is not between genders, it's between males and females and pregnant women. Because if you're a female and I'm a male and we follow the same careers, we're getting paid the same.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get pregnant, your pay goes down. And a lot of females don't really choose to get pregnant sometimes, and if they do choose, they choose to stay at home. So then their career kind of comes in a halt, and then by the time they reach a certain point, the males always make more money than the females. So that's where the wage gap comes from. If a female doesn't get pregnant, her average salary is close to a male's. So Iceland passed these laws that give, I think, females like 6 months of like what's it called when they leave for because they're pregnant or because they just like gave birth.
Paternity leave.
Yeah, they get maternity leave, and then the fathers get paternity leave, which they get the same amount of time off, and they're still guaranteed their job when they come back. So their wage gap is way smaller. It's almost like 1-1. And then there's another country in Africa that's almost 1-1, but for a different reason. So in their country, super sexist, right? Females don't work, males work. It's super like gentrified.
Yeah.
Not gentrified. There's a lot of sex, like or gender roles there, but there was a huge civil war that killed a shit ton of men. So all the females had to start working, and all the females started having like these huge roles in society. Damn. So the wage gap shortened because it's like, I don't know, it's like 70% we females and only like 30% males. So now all the females have all the jobs, which is funny because these two countries have around the same wage gap, better than ours, but for two different reasons. One for being like I guess like fighting each other because of a civil war, and the other one's because they're just super progressive. Just nuts.
Damn, that sounds crazy, bro.
It's nuts. Imagine going to a country where there's 70% females. It's nuts.
It would be easier to find a female friend.
Or more than one.
If you're single.
Bro, if
you're single, easy to get a girlfriend maybe.
You get like 3 girlfriends.
Because they gotta share you. At that point, yeah, the girls are going to be like, shit, I need a man. Or like, I'm looking for a man. And then, it's like, you know.
You get lucky.
I feel like guys, we mature slower than women. So it's going to be like, everybody's going to want that one dude,
Or maybe not. A bunch of lesbians.
Could be also.
I don't know. Isn't there like way more males than females in China?
I think so, because back then they had the one child rule. So like everybody wanted males, like everybody wanted boys, because you know how normally it is, the female takes the male's last name. Mm-hmm. So they like to have the male to carry on the family name.
It's crazy.
But so now you could just like.
But imagine living there where there's like mad dudes and there's a couple females, and now y'all gotta compete with each other for that one female. Cause I don't think it's a big difference, but it is a big difference. It's like, I don't know, like 55-45 or something like that. It's nuts. I keep saying it's nuts a lot. I saw there was this I forgot the name of it. A movie where it was a society where people couldn't give birth anymore. And there was one lady that gave birth, and they were protecting her like she was the freaking queen. I think it's called like, something no parents or no father or something. I don't remember. I forgot. But I heard it was a good movie. Like I think I saw it in class, but I didn't finish. We didn't finish it. See how our recording is going.
It's going.
It's going. It's going. We got a lot of Coronas
the red dot.
Speak today.
The Ronies.
Pepperonis.
The Rona.
It's just crazy, man. You know what I was thinking of doing if we got quarantined? Vlogging.
Just vlog yourself quarantined.
Quarantine day 1, Minecraft. And then just stream.
You just be bedridden, right?
Just stuff I would do at home. I feel like you got a lot of views. Or like if I get
People
sick.
probably, you know, it would be cool to see the firsthand experience.
Like day 1, day 2, day 3, day
Yeah.
4. No more day 5. I died. Imagine
Dang.
how crazy would that be? Nah, honestly,
That'd be
like
crazy.
if I get sick, I'll probably
That is
just
smart.
stream.
That word, streaming with coronavirus.
I feel like hopefully I don't know how accurate I am with this, but I'm hoping that for young people that get sick, it's not too bad and they could just stay home and just like deal with like flu-like symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like older people have to be hospitalized, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping if I get sick, I just be like, okay, I'm gonna be home sick for a while.
Word. Just lock myself in my room.
Just cough.
Word. But imagine the cleaning process afterwards. Like, you're gonna have to disinfect everything.
That should be fine.
How long does it take?
I don't know. That's the thing. I heard by I think this was like an article with Bill de Blasio that said that it takes like 3 seconds for the virus to last in the open atmosphere, like in the air. So like if I cough on the table and then you leave, come back 5 hours later, you're not gonna get infected if you touch the table.
I've been hearing like a bunch of things, like on like metal surfaces, like at least 12 hours.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like I hear 3 seconds, then I hear 12 hours, I hear 24 hours, I hear 7
Yeah,
days.
bro.
It's just nuts. Like and
That's why I'm scared of the train, because with like the
just
poles
wash your
and
hands
shit.
a lot, bro. Don't touch your face.
But like, what if somebody like sneezes and like that shit just smacks you in the face, like you're done for?
You smack them.
But like, what if they didn't do it on purpose? Like.
Well, that's the thing though. Like that's why you have to be 6, 7,
Space,
8 feet away from people. Because if they do sneeze, it won't hit you. And if they sneeze on a pole and you grab the pole, if it's on your hand, as long as you wash your hand and don't touch your face, you should be fine.
That's been so hard for me. Like,
I'm good, dude.
sometimes my face gets itchy and I'm like, I'm gonna scratch it. I'm like, shit, don't touch your face
hand
now.
sanitizer. Another thing people should do: clean your fucking phones.
Yo, word.
Because I see
Phone
people with
touches
gloves,
everything.
right? I see people with gloves with the masks, but they don't really know how to use them. Like if you're using a glove, your glove is to protect you from touching stuff, right?
Your skin. It covers your skin.
Yeah, it covers your skin. But technically, you don't really need a glove because it's the same as your hand. Like if you have a glove, touch something infected, and then touch yourself, what's the point of the glove?
Yeah.
Same with the mask. Like the mask is good.
All right, the mask, I think it could be good because then it covers your mouth and your nose.
That's good. Some masks, but some are open from the side. Like the reason like doctors and nurses wear gloves and a mask is to protect the patient from their germs and viruses, right? Like if I'm operating on somebody and I sneeze, it won't get on them. If like something's dripping from my mouth, it won't get on them. My spit won't get on them, right? Especially if they have an open wound. When I used to, cause I had like medical classes, we learned how to put gloves on like the right way.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to like take them off.
You have to take them off like that. You have to put your gown on like this, and then somebody has to put it on you.
Put it on you.
I learned all that
that
shit, dude. I learned how to wash my hands for an hour and 30 minutes. I mean, an hour and 30 seconds. I mean, a minute and 30 seconds.
Imagine washing your hands for an hour.
I got tested, bro. For an hour, you don't realize how long a minute and 30 seconds is.
It's a long time.
It's a long time to wash your hands, but you have to do it everything. I got tested on that shit. Like I got tested to clean under your nails, clean between your fingers. So wearing gloves is not gonna do much if you're touching all your shit, right? Like when you get home, if you've been on the subway, wash your hands, wipe down your phone.
Yeah.
Like clean whatever. Like don't try not to wear your shoes indoors that much. Like if you do clean. The face mask, it protects you a little bit if somebody sneezes on you, but if you take the mask off and then put it back on later, or you put it in your pocket, it don't do shit.
Yeah, I think you gotta dispose of it.
You have to dispose of it and get a new one, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't do that, especially when they use the cloth ones.
Yeah, the cloth ones, no.
So
you gotta wash it.
And then people have their gloves on and then touch their phone and then put the phone to their face, or have one glove and one glove off. Like touching shit, bro. You're touching everything. Makes no sense. Just wash your hands.
You know what it is? So, I feel like a lot of the Asians, right, what they do is usually when one person tells them something, they tell other people, and then it becomes like this domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
So, they don't have all the information, but they'll just do it.
I mean, honestly, it's better to be safe than sorry. Like, if you feel comfortable wearing your gloves and your face mask, do it. But if it's not the face mask, I understand more than the gloves, because the gloves, it's basically having your hand, like it doesn't really protect you from anything. It's supposed to protect you from chemicals. If you
have like a cut on your hand,
I mean, I don't know if you could get infected that way, because it's not. I don't know.
I don't know either.
If you have a cut, maybe, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But another thing you're doing is that if you're sweating all day in that glove, you creating bacteria in there, and that could be a different thing. But I don't know if you, I don't know if it'll work if you have a cut.
That'd be nuts though. Like, if you had a, if, how long? Cause like, I would understand people that work like So when I went to Supreme on Thursday, the security guards and the workers inside the store, they had gloves on.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, because they're dealing with so many people.
Yeah.
But like, still like they were still touching their phones. And
Yeah.
shit.
So if you're exactly like if you're let's say dealing with a bunch of people, you're opening doors constantly and you have gloves on, don't touch anything with those gloves. Like when we were like learning this in class, like the way we take our gloves off, we don't even touch it. Like we go like that to take off the gloves. But if you have your gloves on and you're touching your phone, you're touching your pockets, you're touching everything, it's the same thing as not having a glove on. And then your hands are clean, but then you touch your phone, and then you touch your phone with your clean hands, they're not clean anymore.
My mom has been going out a lot, right? And like I'm sure she knows it's out there, but like she's not that concerned. And then it gets me a little worried. I'm like, she be walking around like the supermarkets and shit, buying stuff. I'm like, Mom, just don't go out every day. Like you don't need to be going out every day.
I don't know, man. Going out today made me feel better.
I mean, I need to go out too. Like, holy shit, bro. Like, I'm getting tired of staying home playing video games. I haven't worked out, bro. Like,
it gets to you.
It does.
You get cabin
like,
fever.
It makes me like so lazy too, bro. Like, the past 3 days I've been eating like shit. Because like usually when I hit the gym, like,
eat.
Yeah, dude. And I'm eating like since I'm playing video games, right? And I'm watching videos. Like, I don't wanna get up and cook. So like, I'm just eating some nasty shit. Not like it's good food, like it's yummy, but it's not good for me. So it's fucking me up.
Wednesday was when class was canceled. I went to like, what did I do Wednesday? I think I just stayed home. And then Thursday I went to my girl's place, and then Friday we stayed home all day besides going out to like dinner. But I haven't been out that much besides that, right? And then today going out to the city and just going to work made me feel way better. And seeing people out walking made me feel way better. Yesterday I went to a restaurant and seeing people at the restaurant made me feel way better. Just because I'm like, okay, people are not freaking out.
All right,
you know what I mean?
So for that's the thing for me, right? Since I'm Asian, people are looking at me funny. So like,
stop being Asian.
Nah, like I try to ignore it, right? Because like when I see people like grilling at me and shit, like it does not feel good. It kind of upsets me, but I'm like, you know what? Let me not let this get to me.
You'd be fine. Just people are ignorant.
Yeah, they just assuming shit, but like at first, like I'm like, whatever, I could deal with this. But then like just like so much of it, like it's starting to get to me, bro. Like even there's this one dude, like I was walking past him, but like he was far and like I could see him grilling me, right?
You should have coughed on him. You gotta ask me.
Like he's straight grilling me, like, and I'm like, yo,
grill him back.
I did, but then I'm like, there's no point. There's no point in doing this. Like, let me not give these people my time and energy, because at this point, if I keep doing that, it's gonna upset me.
Yeah.
So I was like,
good. Just ignore it.
Yeah, I just need to ignore it.
Honestly, it will pass. I bet this is how freaking Middle Eastern people felt after 9/11.
People's true colors are showing, man. People's true colors are showing.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say that. Just people are stupid, man. People are just stupid. Like, I bet they're good in general. Like, they're good. Like, if you ask them for help, they'll help you. But they're just ignorant for stuff, man. Like, a lot of people, that's the thing about...
It's the fear, bro.
It's the fear and it's the lack of knowledge. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people just go to school. I mean, not go to school. Go to work, come back home, and then put on the news. And they hear Asian people are spraying this disease. And they just like...
The news is like...
Doesn't help out.
They only like... broadcast like the really negative shit. Like they're not showing the statistics, of like people recovering.
Yeah.
Like they're only reporting the deaths. So it's like it's very one-sided too.
I feel like that's has always been the issue with the news. For example, right? If a black person commits a crime, news article, black man kills 3 people, right? If a white person does it, man kills 3 people. Like, they never emphasize the race.
I understand it, but I don't think it's justified. Like, obviously...
I don't think it's justified.
Yeah, I don't think you can justify it, but, like, this is from their perspective. This is probably what they're thinking. Like with news titles like that, like it's gonna draw attention. You know, people are gonna click it, so that generates traffic for them. You know, whatever ads they're gonna get paid, right? They're gonna get
For news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue though. They're too focused on money and
Yeah,
not focused
but
on.
that's a lot of shit in the world. Like look at you know, like Elon Musk, he's trying to turn this world into electric, but you know, with gas, with the coals, like those are billion-dollar businesses.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go away.
Well, that's the issue. That's
And
what I'm
remember, even the meat markets, right? Like we don't need to eat meat, but it's like just the whole thing with that.
I like meat though.
I love it too. Like I don't think I could give it up, but like, you know, it's just stuff like that. It's these businesses that are like,
It's all about money.
it is all about money.
That's the thing that you like. Once you start looking into everything, that's the thing. Everything's about money.
It is.
Like
it's the greed. It's
when
the greed, man.
Like if there's racism happening between people, if you keep looking deeper, it's about money.
Yeah.
Like if you look into like why like some people are not allowed to buy houses in certain places is because they'll bring the property value down because they're racist and because they don't want to affect them their money. Like it's so trippy, man. It's so freaking trippy. Motherfuckers is greedy, son.
Yeah.
Share the wealth.
That's the thing. Do you think so? Like, there's, I don't know. I have different views on it, right? Like,
on what?
About the way money is split between people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like when you do kind of even everything out, it makes people like I see it with hourly wages, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, some people just work harder than other people, and some people they don't care. Right, and like a lot of these, like just hourly jobs because they know they're getting paid that amount, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like they don't care if they work harder, they don't care if they slack off, because they're getting paid. And then you know there's people that are gonna work their hardest no matter what.
I remember hearing a funny thing by one of the elevator guys on our job.
Yeah,
he was like, I could tell who's working on salary, who's working hourly. Because the people working on salary are always super slow and take the time, and the people working on salary always get everything done right away.
Yeah.
And the people working hourly take their sweet time because they're getting paid by the hour, so you might as well just milk the hours.
Yeah.
But the people on salary are just like, yo, I gotta get this shit done because I got other shit to do, and I'm getting paid the same amount no matter how long I take.
So how do you like? So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, you know, the people that do work hard, like they deserve everything that they get.
Yeah, but some people just get lucky. Some people just have connections.
Yeah,
it's so complicated. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's another thing too, because it goes back to like generational wealth, right? Like, unless you get like lucky with, not even lucky, but like unless you grind or like take like an entertainment route to like blow up, right? Like that could be generational wealth, but like it's usually not within one generation. Like my parents, right? They worked their asses off, and what they did is they invest in real estate, and now that's gonna come on to, you know, me and my siblings, right?
Yeah.
But now it's up to us to continue that.
Yeah. Well, it's really weird because it's honestly it's super complicated.
Yeah.
Because most people that are successful because they were paved the path that was ready there for them, and it's very rare. You do see it where somebody comes from like nothing to doing something.
Yeah.
Like you hear about, you know, the story of Oprah, or you hear the story of I don't know who else freaking went from nothing to something.
I mean, bottom line for me though is hard work pays off.
It does and it doesn't though, because you could go because I've seen people work super hard and it isn't going nowhere. It's just about you having your connections, having like your opportunities.
But I feel like that goes with working hard too, because like. So I believe, you know, like if you're a good person, right, like you're gonna attract people to you, and right there, that's your connections.
What if you're an immigrant? You're just an illegal immigrant in the United States. No matter how hard you work, you're never gonna have papers unless you go back to your country.
But like, let's say, all right, so these are all hypotheticals, right?
It's not a hypothetical, bro. I seen
it. Yeah, I'm just drawing this one up though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're a good person, and like maybe boom, you catch the eye of like a lawyer, and he's like, hey. I like you. I want to keep you here.
But the lawyer can't do anything if it's law.
I don't know.
Cause trust me, bro. I know. Like it doesn't matter how good you are. You can't freaking change shit sometimes. No matter how hard you work. Sometimes you just gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter, or sometimes you're just stuck where you are. Like you could work as hard as you can, but you're already in a situation where you can't escape. Like people work their asses off, and if everybody that worked their asses off could become millionaires and billionaires, there'll be millions and billions of billionaires everywhere. But there's not.
Yeah.
And then people that are already up there
Uh-huh.
make it difficult for other people to come up there because they're like, yo,
It's like a small circle.
if there's a bunch of billionaires everywhere, we're not the 1% anymore. It's weird,
Would you
man.
rather have that world or like a world where like everybody is the wealth is like shared between everybody?
I don't know what I want. Because here's the thing, though. I feel like I have the potential to be super powerful
Uh-huh.
or successful. And obviously, I would like bring people up with me and help
Uh-huh.
people get to that level, right?
Yeah.
But if we live in a communist society where everybody's equal, you don't have the potential, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, you don't want to work hard. So it's very weird, man. I feel like the utopia everybody talks about it doesn't exist, right? There's always there's always gonna be
something.
there's always gonna be somebody suffering. Like here, the reason we're able to live such a like easy life in the U.S. is because other countries work for us. We get our products from China, and
Capitalism.
they work their asses off over there, work hard to the point that they want to kill themselves, that they have to put nets on the buildings where they won't jump off.
It's
But
fucking crazy, bro.
but their suffering brings us happiness in a sense, right? So
we don't see it.
and then their suffering, their poverty creates illnesses that comes back to bite us in the end, bro. It's just all connected, son. It's so crazy. And it sucks too, cause like if you look in like the world history, right, all the countries that had abundance of natural resources are always third world countries that got exploited by first world countries. Like England, right? England colonized the whole world because they didn't have shit in their country. They don't have anything, right? They needed rubber. They colonized Africa, right? Like the Congo. They needed spices. They went to India. They needed furs. They needed corn. They needed tomatoes. They went to the Americas. Anything they wanted, they just took from other countries. So that's why they have like the best navy. They had the best armies, right? Because their natural resource or their power was exploiting other countries. Like India didn't exploit other places because they had their natural resources that they used. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. It's just crazy. I think it's way too complicated to just answer a question so simply. Like, oh, I wish we had this. I wish we had that.
Can't please everybody, right?
Start recording.